Next team, Houston Rockets. Now this is a fun team. This, I had a lot of fun making this because
I see a lot of hoopers on this team.
Because there are a lot of hoopers. There are a lot of hoopers on there.
But I don't know if hoopers wins basketball games.
It's gonna the one question mark.
A lot of hoopers, but I don't know.
The one question mark that I have about this team is how will Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green play together? That's the question that I have, and that I feel like a lot of people are kind of straying away from, considering that they're both pretty ball dominant, especially that we've seen with Kevin Porter Jr.'s ascension to last year he played 26 games, started 23 of them, averaged 16.6 points per game, 6.3 assists.
I think what pushed Kevin Porter over the edge, like that made people like, oh my God, was when he scored 40 last year, or was it 50? I think it was 40.
It was 40.
And he dropped 40, and everyone's like, oh my God, Kevin Porter's back. But I feel like they only did that because like how Houston got him for chips. Like they didn't get him for like they gave him everything.
Well, no, they didn't get him for chips. They got him for soup.
That's true. I forgot about that. So chicken enchilada soup.
Yep, soup thrower.
What a soup thrower.
When I heard the story that he got so angry through soup, bro, that I don't know why, but the first like movie scene or like imaginary scene that I had was like, you know the big cafeteria like pots of soup. I don't know why.
You thought of that?
I thought of that.
I'll tell you what I thought.
Grabbed it and he just like literally just like threw it in the locker room.
What I always imagine, like he had a hot, steaming, piping bowl of chicken and soup in a little small bowl. And he said, "Fuck you, Eric Gordon," and he threw shit in his locker. That's what I always imagine.
And it's just the soup just going down the fucking locker.
Like the little chunks of chicken enchiladas.
The little chunks of chicken. Yeah. Oh my God. I want more background. Because like I also imagine so I imagine him literally carrying that big, that big ass pot that like Kevin from The Office fucking bring on with chili. Like he just threw that shit, right? But like J.R. Smith, I imagine him like literally in the cafeteria, sitting down, eating his soup, like alone in the corner. He's just eating his soup. And then he just literally grabs it from the bottom. Nice bowl of soup, right? And just fucking throws that shit at LeBron. He said, "Fuck you."
No,
and then he just dips. And then he dips, and then LeBron's like, "Let me look at your eyes." And he's just out the ass right now. Like I feel like J.R. Smith doesn't even remember throwing soup. I don't think J.R. Smith remembers.
Well, I mean, considering the fact that he didn't know the score in one of the biggest stages of basketball, I mean.
Yeah, I think if you asked him, is like, hey, you remember the time we threw soup? I don't think he's gonna remember. I don't think he's gonna remember. So we got a soup thrower and Kevin Porter Jr., who, put up good splits. It could be another contender for a most improved player. He could go up from 16 to 25. Honestly, he could with his own team. Jalen Green could come in straight away, average 14, 16, somewhere around there. Steven Silas has a lot of plans for both of them, I'm assuming.
Steven Silas is one of the better offensive lines in the league.
Yeah, so he's going to have Jalen come off a lot of down screens, a lot of off-ball screens. Kevin Porter Jr. is going to probably attract a lot of attention because this entire starting five can stretch the floor. And
that's not even like Jalen Green and Kevin Porter. Man. That's cute and all, but what I'm excited about is Alfred Şengün and Christian Wood. I'm excited. I like Christian Wood too. I'm a big Christian Wood guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted him to sign with the Mavs, and the Rockets got him for, oh my God, they got him for a bargain free agency a couple years ago. I'm still mad about that, but I really like Christian Wood's skill set. I mean, he didn't really get to showcase much of it last year. I mean, he was hurt, but he did average 21 last year.
Mm-hmm.
He averaged 21 and 10. Mm-hmm. Like, he's a solid piece that I think more people should talk about.
Yeah. And he's going to get paid once free agency comes. And and then you got Eric Gordon, who I don't think is going to be on the team.
Yeah.
him and John Wall are not going to be on the team by fucking Christmas, I think. Honestly, I think it's going to be. They're just trying to get rid of him quick. I feel like Eric, they're making calls for him as like because Eric Gordon is still a solid piece. He can still shoot lights up. He can shoot the hell out of that basketball. What did he shoot? What did he shoot last year?
I don't think he played much last year.
He didn't. I know he didn't play much last year, but
last year,
32.
32 on 8 attempts.
Yeah, on 8 attempts a game, he could prove to be something. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at all if like Eric Gordon. I see the noti and Eric Gordon goes to the Nets for fucking nothing, and you get like Patty Mills and Eric Gordon off the bench, and then Eric Gordon has a fucking like revival. Like we get the Eric Gordon when he was with the New Orleans Hornets.
I mean, Eric Gordon hasn't really played meaningful games in 2 years. I mean, last year only played 36. Or no, last year played 27. The year before they only played 36.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean.
Because he's been injured a lot, and
yeah,
they just decided not to play him. Like, a lot of DMPs just because, like, they were in the weird, like, James Harden, like, I don't know what the fuck. Like, James Harden fucking played 8 games last year when they were in that little scuffle shit. Then you got Daniel, spelled with a U, Daniel House, the cheater.
Daniel? I always thought it was Daniel. It's Daniel, I think, right?
Yeah, Daniel, the cheater.
Yeah, that was tough, that bubble situation.
Yeah, GG's for him because I'm surprised he hasn't gotten like any charges or nothing, honestly. But he's a good piece. He can defend, he can shoot the ball.
I like Kenyon Martin Jr.
more than Daniel.
Well, so what I probably do is probably go like Tice at the 4 and then Kenyon Martin behind it. But Kenyon Martin, man, that man's a shot blocker.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ.
He is so good defensively, and I don't know why teams didn't see that in the draft a couple years ago. He went 52nd. His daddy is Kenyon Martin. You didn't think he was gonna be nice? So he's
because he can't shoot.
I mean, he shot 36% last year on 2 attempts.
But I remember watching the Rockets play the Mavs because Tim Hardaway Jr. was on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
So I watched that game, and I swear he couldn't find the rim when he was shooting threes, like on pick and pops.
He's another undersized guy. I mean, something about the Rockets, they love undersized forwards. Kenny Martin 6'6". I thought he was taller.
Oh yeah, I knew he was small. He's a small power forward.
But I've seen too many times, or heard too many times when I used to listen to the Mavs games at work. I didn't have the visuals.
Mm-hmm.
I just hear, "Oh, pinned by Martin Jr." And then they bring about his dad, and like, yeah. So I don't know. I always thought he was a good defensive piece, but being Daniel House obviously offers more shooting.
Yeah, it offers. There's no one in this team taller than 7 feet. Christian Wood's 6'10", 6'11". Şengün is 6'11". Tice is 6'10". Garuba is like 6'8". Kenyon Martin is 6'6". Daniel House is like 6'6". So there's no one taller than 7 feet, and I don't know if that'll be a problem, considering that.
No, I doubt it.
I mean, they're not going to win. Obviously this team is not meant to win anything yet.
Yeah,
but they could still be competitive, and there will be games where we'll see in the stat line, because Jalen Green is going to get a lot of attention, obviously. Where Kevin Porter and Jalen could go 30 and 30 apiece, and there's going to be a game where like Kevin Porter Jr. can go for like 20 points and like 14, 13 assists, and then Jalen Green ends up with 40 because like Kevin Porter just like all 10 of his 13 are like Jalen pick and pops, not pick and pops, but like down screen actions, and then like the other 3 is like Christian Wood pick and pops or like pick and rolls. But I'm ready to see some Jalen Green like get up there. You know what I'm saying?
Jalen Green has that chip on his shoulder. He wasn't the #1 pick, so maybe.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm excited to see what Steven Silas tries to, because I mean, with Luka, they were the #1 rated offense, and now you have 2 pieces and Porter Jr. and Green. You add in Christian Wood, because they like Steven Silas. He likes that spread type offense in a 5-out. I mean, he had KP,
Mhm.
Now you have Christian Wood. I mean, in a couple years, this team might be really scary, like super,
Yeah.
super scary.
I really like this team. Is there a rookie we're missing? I feel like there's a rookie we're missing. I feel like every time I see
Josh
like
Christopher.
no, okay, yeah, he's there. Okay, never mind. Yeah. So yeah, Josh Christopher too coming off the bench. I mean, DJ Augustine is just a vet to have on the roster, but Josh Christopher is going to get a lot of run off the bench, and he could be like, let's say, the Rockets at some point, 3 years down the line, right? Kevin Porter Jr. will now be in his, I think, 5th year by that point, 6th year. Jalen Green will be in his 3rd. Christian Wood will stay steady as a good power forward in this league. Then you have Josh Christopher coming off the bench, which could be a 6-man candidate of the year if he stays on this team in like 3-4 years. Once this team like gets ground, because honestly, I could see this team going in probably. I'd say the timetable like 4 years. I said 4 years. You see a starting lineup of Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green. One's like a star, like one star to get them over the hump. Then you have Christian Wood, who will still be pretty young at 29. And then you have Şengün at center. And then you have Josh Christopher as your 6. Then you have other pieces. So that's the timetable I see for this team. And I don't think I'm tripping. Am I tripping? I'm not tripping. I feel like they're a star small forward away in 5 years from now from this team getting over the hump.
Well, I mean, you look at it this way. I mean, Jalen Green is what he was promised in the draft. I mean, 3-4 years. I mean, he could be that star. You don't necessarily have to go out and get someone.
Yeah.
And then you still have Garuba, who, I mean, he could pan out, could not pan out, but I mean, he's still a solid defensive piece that would be valuable to a playoff team. I mean, then you have that. I mean, Şengün Wood. I mean, ideally, wouldn't you want both of them on the floor at the same time? I mean, you did draft Şengün to be like that center, so I don't know if they dropped Wood to the 4.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Şengün
I had a
at the
tough
5.
time. Yeah, I had a tough time with Tice. I wasn't sure where to put him or like what minutes he'd get.
I mean, he's obviously not going to be in their long-term plans. I don't think so.
No, he's not going to be in long-term plans. And it was tough for me to figure out where Tice is because I know he's a good vet. So, and he can space. So everyone on this team can space to an extent. Let me see their 3-point percentage from last year. Like, it was solid. Let's see who's still on this team. DJ Augustine 38%, Christian Wood 37, Kenny Martin 36, Daniel House 34, Eric Gordon 32, Kevin Porter 31, Jayshawn Tate 30. And then you have Jalen Green who can hit you from everywhere. Tice, yeah, I think his career 30, or last year he shot 30, around 32. So the only person that can't shoot is Garuba, really, on this team. And Dante Exum, I guess. But Dante Exum not gonna get fucking any run. So Utah Jazz legend, fucking Dante Exum. But again, the same timetable.
What did you guys trade? What did you guys get for Dante Exum? Jordan Clarkson, right? I think it was Jordan Clarkson. Remember?
Oh, on that.
You guys sent Exum to Cleveland and got Jordan Clarkson.
Let me check.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Because we got Clarkson from we got it from yeah, bro, we got it. That, come on, that has to be one of the all-time like
I still know exactly where it was, and I don't know if I've told you.
No.
So I was on my lunch. I don't know, I think I did. I was on my lunch break. At work from work. I was at Chipotle standing in line for my burrito. And I get the Woj noti. Jordan Clarkson traded to Utah for X. So I'm like, what's that gonna do? It doesn't really move the needle. I'm like, look what came of it.
Yeah. Let me see. How far do I have to go? I have to go to like last year, don't I? Yeah, fuck. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was for Exum. Yeah, we traded. See, last year we made a lot of moves. We had Darius Baisley. What the fuck? Wow, we traded Grayson Allen, Baisley, Jay Crowder, and Cal Korver, and a pick to the Memphis Grizzlies for Mike Conley. Yeah. Or it was wait. What the fuck? Where was it? Bro, I low-key miss Nigel Williams-Goss. He was kind of nice on 2K when I used. He was kind of nice. Now we look at their schedule, and their schedule goes from very hard to easy considering I mean the roster is a good solid young roster. I like the roster a lot. Don't get me wrong, I really like this roster. But again, they're very young. So this schedule, like incline kind of makes sense. They have San Antonio, 6 times 4, 24, 25. They have the 26th, how do I say, 26th easiest schedule or 4th hardest. Yeah. So they have the 4th hardest schedule, but again, because of their roster, they're very young. They're supposed to lose a lot of games, even to bad teams. And again,
it's gonna be a learning year. I mean, they're going to get through the growing pains this year.
Yeah, which is what this from like before Christmas to post Christmas. This little from when it starts hard to slow the incline, like that's just going to be the growing pain. That's going to be like this literally represents their output for this season. Honestly, we're just like that's why I like it, because they start hard, so they understand what it is to lose. So that way you know what it's like to win, basically. So they are able to get lose games, come together as a team, put up a lot of fights against good teams, maybe, because there's always one game where they put up a really good fight, or at least bad teams put up a really good fight. Like they play the Lakers back to back. They'll probably put up a good fight, because the Lakers are probably like, what I'm saying, championship high and like fucking all that shit. So they'll probably be like 91, 92. LeBron hits a dagger, and then it's just going to be all over social media. So they'll probably, put up a good fight.
This guy's already envisioning the situation.
I think I've envisioned more losing fantasies of the Lakers than Lakers fans have of winning fantasies. And there have been a lot. So, but I like this roster. We'll see where they go. It's a
21 team.
21 team?
Yeah. But it's not nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with that. Again, it's growth, future. They have a really good future here. What do they? How many more picks do they own? Or how many picks did they get from? How many picks did they get from the Harden trade?
They got a couple. They got like pick swaps too.
Let me see. How can I look at 2 transactions? They got. Well, they now have a 2024 second round because of the Sekou Doumbouya trade that they have, or that they made not too long ago. Let's see. How many picks do they have? So he traded Trevor Ariza, Isaiah Stewart, cash, and 2027 second round pick to the Pistons for Christian Wood, a 2021 second round pick, which was Luka Garza, but obviously they traded that, and a 2022 first round. So they have a 2022 first round. Let's see. The Nets traded.
They have the Nets first round pick next year.
Mm-hmm.
They have their own pick next year, but they could exercise a swap with the Heat depending on
standings.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they're gonna finish worse. So might as well just keep your own pick.
Mhm.
The year after that, they have the Bucks first round pick. They have a pick swap with the Nets. They have their own pick next year. And then they have a Wizards pick that's protected top 14. So I mean, they definitely have some.
They have room to work. They
Yeah,
have enough picks to work around.
They have assets. I mean,
Yeah, they got the assets for it. They got the assets for it. So they're on a really good uptrend. It's not too much sadness in the franchise
Yeah.
that is Houston. So yeah, please leave down in the comments. And again, first of all, subscribe, please subscribe and like the video as well. It helps a lot. Leave down in the comments. Do you think what are the splits for Jalen Green? What are the steps that you think Jalen Green is going to take? That you think Kevin Porter Jr. is going to take? Do you like the draft picks that the Houston Rockets made? I think they had the best draft class or the best draft picks of the prior draft class.
oh yeah.
By
Definitely,
far, I think we had them.
I really love their draft.
Yeah, I really like their draft. So yeah,